What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the late video. Just want to go over a few things for the new guys that really haven't seen this event yet. I highly suggest going to YouTube, looking up Last War, Desert Storm. There's a bunch of videos on there. Here we are. I just want to go over a few things here, real quickly, real basic. You get a basic rundown before, and it's kind of one of those things you just kind of learn as you go. I think my dog's done. Okay. I should probably edit this, but nah, screw it. Anyway, anyway, you kind of learn as you go. So, like I said, it's always a good idea. If you've never played this before, go ahead and get on YouTube, type in, Last War, Desert Storm, and give it a quick look. I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with this screen here. It's a 30-minute event. You're able to register up to 2 teams. You get 20 primary participants and then 10 reservists. Reservists will fill in the spots if the primary participants don't show up. Actually, it's one important thing before moving on. We're going to end up implementing a rule, I would imagine, here probably after this week. If you signed up to participate and you don't show up, we might have to sit you out the following week, just for the mere fact that we have so many people trying to play. And so we want to make sure that we're equitable with everybody and everybody's at least showing up. So if you show up, you're fine, but please show up if you let me or Enzo or Air at 404 know that you're going to participate. All right, so moving on. Okay, so pretty much this is what's kind of gonna look like. This is kind of a zoomed out version. On the left hand here, if you see my mouse, you'll have a team starting over here. You'll have a team starting on the right hand side. It varies. It's random. We'll either start over here on the left or over here on the right. When it starts, okay, so 5 minutes before the time. So say, for instance, the first match today is 1800. At 17:55, you will be able to go to your event screen, click on Desert Storm, and enter Battlefield for those who are registered for the 1800 event. Now, the primary participants are able to log in during that time. The reservists have to wait until 1800. Essentially, they want to make sure that the primary participants are in there first, and then if, say, for instance, like we only have 15 people show up out of 20, then the reservists can kind of come in and fill those spots. So just something to keep an eye on. When it starts, all these outskirt buildings here are going to be unlocked and capturable. Okay, so there's kind of a priority list, and I kind of already put it on the Excel document. Your priorities at the very beginning are going to be your field hospitals, right? So field hospital, field hospital, field hospital, field hospital, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't remember off the top of my head which one's which, but here's 4 of them. And essentially, if you capture those, you're able to heal up to 15 units for every 10 seconds per hospital. Okay. Something to note about healing: there's no tap healing, there's no batch healing in this game type, right? Also, it doesn't matter how many troops you have in your drill grounds right now, you will automatically get full drill grounds going into the Desert Storm of the highest caliber troop. So say you have a mixture of, let's say, T8s with some T7s, T5s, T6s, whatever, you will only get T8s when you start the event, right? So that's some good news. Also, a thing with troops, you do not lose troops in this event. So you can go ham and not worry about, oh my God, I'm going to lose all my troops. When you lose troops in this event, you lose them in the event. Once you come back out, your troops are back. Okay. So really, the only couple ways that you can get your troops back are by capturing these hospitals and then using healing speed ups or general speed ups to heal. There's going to be a little button on the bottom left. It looks like a little house with a little cross on it. That's going to be your hospital. Check on it every once in a while. Say, collect blah, blah, blah amount of troops, collect blah, blah, blah amount of troops, and you're able to get troops back that way. Also, again, like I said, you're able to use gems. I wouldn't recommend it, by the way, but you're able to use gems and speed ups to also get troops back. Just keep that in mind. Also, going into this, I highly recommend, put a star on this, only having your first S1, your tier 1 or your garage 1, whatever, squad 1, whatever you want to call it, your first march, only have that one on the wall. Take all of the other ones off. If someone catches you, you might be out in the first 5 minutes. Okay. So make sure, especially with us going against an older state, I think they're 2 months ahead of us. They probably have I think 2 or 3 extra heroes than we do, to include Marshall and Skylar and maybe another one. Make sure your all your marches are off the wall. You can do that when you get in there. Go in there and click on the little blue button on the bottom of your base. Again, just normally go in there and make sure you only have your main march. If you're a little bit weaker, just take them all off. Just take them all off. Okay. Now, something to note about this too is you do not have unlimited ports. You cannot just buy ports. You cannot do that. You have port cooldowns. That's why this science hub, which I believe is the bottom right, if I remember correctly, it's so important. That will reduce the cooldown on your ports. Okay, so you'll get to understand there's actually a strategy when using your ports. Kind of making sure you port in after an enemy, not before an enemy, kind of thing. Also, who to burn if they just ported in, who to burn, and if you burn them. By the way, quick note: ashing them only takes 4 hits. You have 4,000 durability on the wall. Each hit's 1,000. Okay, so if you're able to ash them, it takes 4 hits, and then they have to get ported back to the starting point. Okay, so that's going to be kind of like into the strategy. I'll be making call outs. I'm sure other people will be making call outs. Hey, this guy's on port cooldown, et cetera, et cetera. So we went over the science hub. We went over the hospital centers. The what is it called? The info center. The info center essentially enhances the amount of points that you're able to get. As you're gathering here. I'm sure you've seen here the little plus 50 per second, plus 30 per second. That's how much, I don't even know what they call it in this game, to be honest with you. Water, loot, etc. My last game, they called it water. But essentially right here, 180 per second, 50 per second. So if you look closely here, I know it's kind of small. You'll see the blue buildings, which is your team, and then the red buildings, which is their team, right? So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That equates to 180 per second. Now, if you notice this little yellow building right here, that's the info center. So if that was actually captured, this actually turns a different color. I think it's like a bright blue, or maybe it's a bright yellow. I don't remember, but it'll those points will be enhanced. It'll actually be more than 180. Okay. If you look at the score here, this is your total score for your team. This is the total score for their team. This is a constant number moving up, right? So as time passes down, ticks, you'll see this per second change depending on the buildings that we have captured. And then you'll see, you will see these numbers going up. Hopefully our number is a lot bigger than their number. Now, something to add into that I don't see in this picture that they did update, there'll be a number right below the time. It'll be either, I believe, red or it'll be blue. But essentially that's going to tell you the point difference. Okay. If it's blue, it's going to be like plus something, like plus 30,000, plus 30,500, whatever the case. That means we're up by 30,500 points. If it's minus, it's a negative. That means we're down by that many points. So I do appreciate that the game did that. It's not in this picture. You'll see it soon though, because that kind of takes the math out of it, kind of allows you to kind of concentrate on the game. Okay.